So in the last class we were discussing about error control, right? So in the error control there are two types. One is error detection and the second one is error correction. So we were discussing about error detection, and in the error detection the first one is parity check, right? So like we are going to add additional bit, so that is going to count the number of ones, and if it is even parity we are going to have the number of ones to be even. Okay, if not even, then we need to make the even parity value as 1, right? If it is already even, then we need to make it as what? 0. So by using that we can go for error check. But what are the disadvantage of parity check? Anybody? What is the problem of parity check?
Only single bit error detection.
Yes, we can detect only a single bit error, and one more thing, that is if the parity bit itself is modified, we cannot identify whether it is correct data or incorrect data. So we cannot detect it. So that is also the problem of parity check. So we are going for one more model, that is what? CRC, cyclic redundancy check, right? So here cyclic redundancy check, we are going to use the polynomial key. So we are going to generate the code, cyclic redundancy check code, that we are going to call it as CRC code. Okay, so that we are going to use in the form of polynomials, so it is also called polynomial code. So this one we was looking into in the last class. So here what we are going to use, so we are going to represent the message in the form of the polynomial, okay, that we will convert into the bits, okay, and then we are going to use a key that we are calling as generator polynomial. So this key should be available both at the sender and the receiver. Clear? So the key should be available at both sender and receiver. So the message we are going to take, and we are applying the key on the message and generate the transmission code. Okay, so this transmission code will be transmitted to the receiver, and at the receiver again we are going to generate the CRC and we'll check. So how do we use this CRC for detecting the error? Okay, so first let us take any polynomial. So I'm representing one polynomial here. So, and do remember one thing, that is the polynomial whatever we are taking should be of one variable. Okay, here I am using what? Variable x. We cannot use like two variable polynomials. We cannot use the equations in the sense. Okay, so we are going to use the single variable polynomials, and this polynomial, whatever the highest degree is there, so that degree we will be deciding how many number of bits are there in the polynomial. And one more condition with the polynomial is, so here for each value in this polynomial, each element in the polynomial, so either the variable should have the constant as either 1 or 0. Okay, that means here x cube I am representing, that means what? Just like if I take ax plus bx plus c, okay, ax square plus bx plus c. So what is a, what is b, and what is c? So we are not having like a, b, c as different values. So either we can have a value as 1 or 0, b value as 1 or 0, c value as 1 or 0. So in the equation, whatever the polynomial we are taking, so the constants must be either 1 or 0. So in that way only we are going to use the polynomial, right? And here you can see x cube plus x plus 1. So that means its constant value is what? 1. Here x constant value is what? 1. And here 1. Okay. And here what is the degree is missing? X square is missing. So its constant value is what? 0. So in that way we need to understand. Okay, so x cube plus x plus 1, the highest degree is 3. So as highest degree is 3, we'll be having what? 4 bits. That is 3 plus 1. As I told you in the last class, the degree, whatever the degree is, then degree plus 1 will be the number of bits. Okay, now here when I take this equation, so we are going to get the degree values as 3, 2, 1 and 0. Yes or not? So we are going to have the degree values as 3, 2, 1 and 0. That is cube, square, then power 1 and then power 0. Okay, so here when I take this equation, so in this one, for cube digit, cube element, we are having, okay, in the equation we are having the cube element, we are having x power, x means x power 1 we can write, 1 means what? X power 0 we can write, right? So we are having the elements of cube element, okay, power 1 element, power 0 element. So whatever the elements are existing, so those constant values we can take it as what? 1. And whose power value is not present in the equation. So for that we are going to take it as what? 0. So that means for third one I am taking 1. Okay, for second the power 2 I am taking as 0. Then power 1 I am taking as 1 and power 0 I am taking as 1. Okay, so like this equation I can represent as 1 0 double 1. Okay, I can represent as what? 1 0 double 1. So any equation we can convert in this way. Okay, any polynomial, so we can convert into the binary representation in this way. So whoever power is available in the polynomial, so for them the constant value we take it as 1, and whose power element is not present, so for that we need to take it as 0. So in that way we are representing the polynomial. 3210 are the powers. So the elements will be what? The third element, second element, first element and 0. Okay. So that means the first one we are going to take it as 1. As a square element is not existing, 0. Then x, then 1. Then x power 0 means what? 1. So its constant value we can take it as 1. Right. So this is how we represent in the binary. Then coming to the operations. In this operations, we are going to perform the division. So when you are going for the division means, obviously we'll be having the subtractions. And whatever the calculations we are going to take, either the addition or subtraction. So we perform XOR operation. So that we call it as what? Modulo 2 arithmetic. Okay. Modulo 2 arithmetic means what? The addition or subtraction. So either you perform the addition or subtraction, the operation what we are performing, XOR. XOR means what? If you have both ones, or so what you are going to get? XOR means, so I should not tell. So somebody has to answer me. What is XOR? XOR operation. Can anybody answer? Yes? Already you have completed, right? AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation. So what is XOR operation? If both are ones, what is the value? If both are zeros, what is the value? If either 1 or 0, what is the value? Roll number 9. Roll number 9. Answer to my question. What is XOR operation? Are you there? Roll number 16. Just joining the class is not necessary. You have to answer to my questions also. Very simple question I am asking. What is XOR operation? Anybody else? Yes, ma? Yes, roll number 20. You can unmute and tell me. Okay, no need to put in the chat box. Okay, unmute and tell me. Roll number 20. So much noise. Okay, let it be. Anybody else? What is the answer? So if I am taking both, yeah. Yes, yes. If I am taking both are ones or both are zeros, the value will be what? 0, right? In XOR operation, if both are ones or both are zeros, the value will be 0. Okay, so if one is 1 and another one is 0, then it will be what? 1. Okay, so that is what? XOR operation. So this XOR operation we are going to use for addition. If I am adding two binary values, like 1011 is there, I have another value 0110. Okay, so that if I want to perform the addition or subtraction, I should have what? I should perform XOR operation. Okay, then coming to the CRC calculation. So how do we perform? So in this calculation, so we must choose a key, yes or not? So that should be available at both sender as well as receiver. Okay. So when you are choosing the key, so you must follow two things. One is both low and higher order bits must be 1. Okay, that means the key must start, the binary values of the key must start and end with 1. Okay, it should start and end with 1. So you can have either 0 or 1 in between. So whatever may be the key value you choose, but it should start with 1 and it should end with 1. Okay, so that is the one thing. And the second one is whatever the data bits are there. Okay, so you should not choose the key longer than the message. Okay, if I am having 10 characters in the message and if I am choosing 12 characters for the key, it is not right. Okay, so we have to choose the key in such a way that the message bits should be longer than the key bits. Okay, message bits should be longer than the key bits. So in that way you have to choose the key, that is you should have a shorter key than the message. So that is what the second rule. So these two rules must be followed. First and last bit should be 1 and the message should be longer than the key. Okay, then coming to the calculation and error detection, how you are going to perform the error detection. So I am taking what? G of x, generator polynomial, as key. M of x, that is the message. Okay, and T of x, that is what? Transmission polynomial. So we take the representations G of x, M of x and T of x. G of x is what? The key. M of x, the message, and T of x is transmission polynomial. Okay, and the degree, let R be the degree of the polynomial. Okay, that is x cube plus x plus 1. What is the degree? Degree is what? 3. So that means what? R is equals to 3. Okay, then what we need to do? So here we need to identify the degree of the generator key. So if the degree is R, we need to append R0 bits to the message bits. Okay, and we need to generate M plus R bits. That is, if I am taking a message of M bits, okay, and the degree of the generator polynomial is 3. Okay, so R, it is R. Then how many number of bits I should have? I should have M plus R bits. And these R bits should be what? 0 bits. Like for example, if I have 5 bits in the message. Okay, if I have 5 bits in the message and 3 bits in the generator polynomial, then the message bits we need to add with what? 3 0 bits. Okay, So 5 bits followed by 3 0 bits, totally 8 bits we need to generate. Okay, so these generated bits, okay, M bits are the message bits, R0 bits we are going to add, and this must be performed with the modulo 2 division. Okay, we are going to perform what? Division. So how we are going to divide? So the generated M plus R bits must be divided with the key bits. Okay, so whatever the generator key is there, so key bits we are going to use and perform the division. Okay, so when you are performing the division, so finally you will get some reminder. So the reminder will be of what? R bits. So these R bits we are going to take it as what? CRC. Okay, cyclic redundancy check bits. So this bits we are going to add with the message bits. Okay, and that is generating what? T of X. Okay, that is transmission polynomial bits. And this transmission polynomial will be transmitted to the receiver. Okay, and at the receiver, so it has to be whatever the received T of X is there, that will be again divided with what? The key. As the key is available at both and sender and the receiver, so we are going to use this T of X and divide with G of X. If there is no error in the message, then the reminder will be what? All zeros. Okay, once you are dividing at the receiver side, you should get the reminder as 0. Okay, if you are not getting the reminder as 0, then it means what? There is error. If you are getting the reminder as zeros, then there is no error. So these are what the steps to be followed. So what are the steps? Key, message, okay, and transmission polynomial. So these are the 3 terms we are going to use. Okay, so whatever the key bits, okay, what is the degree of the key? So if the degree of the key is R, we need to append R0 bits to the message to generate M plus R bits. So this one we need to divide with the key, okay, and generate the CRC bits. These CRC bits we need to append to the message bits, and that will be what? Transmission polynomial, and that will be transmitted to the receiver, and the receiver again performs what? T of X by G of X. And if there is no error, the reminder will be zeros, and if there is error, the reminder will be non-zero. So if there is error, that means what? Error is detected. It will inform to the sender that there is error in the message, so that it has to retransmit. Okay, so let us take one simple example and see. Okay, so here M of X I am taking as what? X to the power of 5 plus X square. Okay, so here what is the degree? Here the degree is 5. So as the degree is 5, there will be how many number of bits? 5 plus 1 bits in the binary format. Okay, so power 5 and power 2 bits will be what? Ones, and the remaining will be zeros. So it will be what? 1, the power 4 bit will be 0, power 3 bit will be 0, and power 2 bit is 1, power 1 the bit is 0, power 0 the bit is 0. So in this way the message bits are generated. Okay, and now the key rule is what? It has to start with 1 and it has to end with 1. Okay, so 1 and 1, and I am taking what? This x cube plus x plus 1. So here the message bits are of what? How many bits? 6 bits, and the key bits are what? 4 bits. So the second rule is also satisfied. So message should be larger than the key. Okay, so we are using 6 bits message and 4 bits generator polynomial. So this generator polynomial should be available at both sender and receiver. Okay, now so this is the message and this is the key. Now how do we generate this T of X? So for this, what is the step? How many number of, what is the degree of the generator polynomial? So the degree of generator polynomial is what? 3. So how many bits we need to add? So 3 0 bits we need to add to the message. Okay, so here the degree of G of X is 3. So R is equals to 3. So 3 0 bits will be added to the message bits. So what will be the message bits then? 100 100 is message. So 3 additional 0 bits we are adding here. Okay, so these are what? 3 additional 0 bits we have added. So now this is what the generated message bits. And now this message bits with added 0 bits, we need to divide with the key. Okay, when we are dividing, what is the operation we need to use? Modulo to division. That means either you perform addition or subtraction. In the division, we perform what? Subtractions. So when you are performing subtraction, we need to take what? XOR operation. Okay. Now, so here 100 100 triple zero. So this is the message. So that we have to divide with the key. So how we are going to perform the division? So here, as the first bit is 1. Okay. So as the first bit is 1, so we need to multiply with 1. Okay. So if I am multiplying with 1, 1 0 1 1. So this one, so these 4 bits and these 4 bits we are going to perform XOR operation. So when I perform XOR operation, 1 1 is 0, 0 0 is 0, 0 1 is 1, 1 1 is 0. Okay. So then what happens? The first 0 I need to remove. Okay. So first the leading 0 I have to remove, and we need to take 1 0 from the next bits. Okay. So 0 1 0 0. So if I am taking 0 1 0 0, the leading bit is here is what? 0. So if here the leading bit is 1, so to make it is 0, what we are doing? We are multiplying with 0. Okay. So if I am multiplying 1 0 1 1 with 0, I'll get what? 0 0 0 0. Okay. So then again I perform XOR operation. 0 0 means 0, 1 0 means 1, 0 0 means 0, and 0 0 means 0. Okay. So the leading 0 I need to remove, and I take the next 1 0 0 and take the next bit to down. Okay. So like this I'll proceed. So if I have the bit leading 1, to make it as 0, I need to multiply with 1. Okay. So if I have the leading 0 as 0, so leading bit is 0, then I need to multiply with 0. So in this one, until all the bits are completed, I'm going to perform the division. So when I complete the division, the remainder is what? Here the leading 0 is what? Removed, and the remaining bits are what? 1 0 1. So this 1 0 1, we take it as what? CRC, cyclic redundancy check. Okay. So this CRC bits, what are the CRC bits? 1 0 1. So this we need to add to the message. So the actual message is what? 1 0 0 1 0 0. So we need to add these CRC bits 1 0 1 to the message. Okay. So here I'm making this. Okay. So these CRC bits along with the CRC bit, the message bits and CRC bits, that is said to be what? Transmission bits or transmission polynomial. So 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. So this is what? The transmission polynomial, and this will be transmitted to the receiver. Okay. And what the receiver has to do? It has to perform again the same operation. So whatever the received transmission polynomial is there, so it will divide with the key generator polynomial again. Okay. So if the remainder is 0, then there is no error. If the remainder is non-zero, then there is any error in the message. Okay. So for this, what the receiver will do? Again, the received transmission polynomial is what? 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. So this 1 0 1 are what? CRC bits. Okay. So the key is what? 1 0 1 1. So again it will be performing what? The same division operation. So division operation is what? Modulo to division. So performing XOR with the subtractions. So when it is proceeding with the division, so it is getting what? The remainder as 0. If the remainder is 0, there is no error. Okay. If the remainder is 0, there is no error. So that is, it is detecting that there is no error. If there is no error, it is going to accept. Okay. It is going to accept. But for example, if the message is modified, for example, you can see here in this one, 1 0 0. Actually, the message is what? 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. Okay. So 1 0 1 is CRC bits. Here, this bit is instead of 0, for example, it is received as what? 1. Okay. So 100 should be there. But it is what? 110 is there. So if it is receiving like this, that means what? Some modification is there. Some error is there. Okay. So if there is any error, so whether the reminder we are going to get 0 or not, so that we need to check. So the receiver, what it does, it is going to perform the division. Okay. So 100, 110, 101 with the generator polynomial, it is performing the division. So when it is performing the division, you can see here, so the reminder we are getting as 110. So please do practice this division operation. So to understand clearly, you have to practice. I'll be sending this notes to you. So please do practice. Clear? So 110. So the reminder is what? Non-zero. So if the reminder we are getting as non-zero, so what does it mean? There is error in the data. Okay. So this is very simple operation. So the divide, it is simply checking with what? Division. So at the receiver, if the reminder is 0, there is no error. If the reminder is non-zero, there is error. If there is error, then what the receiver will do, it will inform to the sender that there is error in the message. You please retransmit the message again. Okay. So in this way, the CRC can be used to detect the error. Okay. So that is what? Very simple operation. So what is the steps? So steps are very easy. So we have to take a key. So the key must follow 2 rules. It should start and end with 1. Okay. It should have the bits less than the message. Okay. The message should be greater than the key size. So that is the rule to be followed when you are choosing the key, and this key should be available at both sender and the receiver. If the key is not available, the receiver cannot detect the error. Okay. Then, so we represent the generator polynomial, message polynomial m of x, and the transmission polynomial. Okay. So here the steps, how do we calculate the CRC? So first we need to identify what is the degree of the generator polynomial. Okay. So the degree, if I take the degree as r, then we need to add r0 bits. So if the message bits are m, okay, m bits of message, then r additional bits, 0 bits we are going to add, then we are generating m plus r bits. Okay. So these m plus r bits we are going to divide with the key bits. Okay. So we are going to divide with the key bits. So when we are getting this key, the reminder will be of what? R bits. So that we are going to take it as CRC bits. What we are doing to the actual message M bits, these CRC bits we are adding, appending at the end, and we are transmitting. So that will be considered as transmission polynomial. At the receiver, the transmission polynomial should be again divided with the key, okay, or generator polynomial. Okay. If there is no error, the reminder will be all zeros. If there is any modification in the message, then the reminder will be non-zero. Okay. So this is what the example for this. Okay. Any doubt in this one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we have 5 more minutes of time. You please give your attendance. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me, and I'll share this document. I'll give you some example problems on this so that you can practice for the examinations also. Okay. Please post your attendance and you can leave the class. I'll be sharing this document with you in the WhatsApp group.